Hello and welcome to Love from the Other Side. If you are on this video, perhaps you too are in need of hope. We bring you stories from around the world of people that have shared their near-death experiences. While you may not agree with everything they share, we do ask that all comments be kept respectful and kind. And if I may make a request, I would love to have you as the newest subscriber to this channel. With that being said, let's get started with today's video. I was so afraid to die. I was afraid of the pain I thought I would feel. Then I heard the doctors say, "Oh Lord, we're losing her." Then I felt a pulling whoosh, and then at the ceiling, I was watching it all. I felt no pain at all. I did, however, feel the faint, sick feeling you feel just before passing out, and I felt light, and I heard a buzzing noise. I then watched the doctors working on me. One of them was swearing terrible. I remember thinking, good Lord, he, being God, can hear him. I was embarrassed for them all in the emergency room. I then went up, but don't remember moving. I was just really in a beautiful meadow of sorts, trees, stream, fish, grass, etc. Then I was in a place of the most beautiful silver white color. That's the best way I can describe the color of this place. The feeling was one of utter joy and love. I mean real, complete love, not of this earth. And peace, such peace. People were all around, but I couldn't tell you who they were. For some reason, it really wasn't important. Everyone was so happy to be with me. When I got to the final place on the way down this path, I knew I couldn't go any further if I wanted to go back to my life. I just remember all of this as if it just happened up there, completely. Everyone was talking at once, so happy. I remember asking so many questions. The first was, how do I know you are Jesus? With not ever seeing his face, he held out his hands. I saw a pair of completely spotless white, I mean clean hands, except for a light red streak mark. I saw really white, clean flowing clothes on him, but I knew if I looked in his face, I couldn't go back. I remember asking tons of questions and getting the answers. He and all of the others there said I could stay, but it was just too early for me to be there. I said, pointing down, "Look, I've got real troubles down there. He has been beating me up for years and following me everywhere. I can't get away from him." Then he said something I can't remember. No, that's not the right words. It's as if it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't spit it out. I then said, I don't want to leave here. It's so peaceful and lovely, and I want to stay. I then thought of my 9-year-old daughter and what would happen to her if I didn't go back. He showed me things in her life and mine to come too. All this talking was pretty much through our minds, although we could use our mouths, but why do that when it isn't necessary? I made the immediate decision to come back for my daughter. I am a comical person by nature, so everyone was laughing and said, well, I kept them all laughing up there. Anyway, I asked jokingly, what's in it for me? Will I be in awful pain? He said, pain, yes, but you'll have help with it. I said, will I ever be safe from him? He said, yes. I'll give you whatever you need to make it all okay. I said, will I ever find a person meant for me to be with? He said yes, and he'd be wonderful. He'd send him when I was ready. He was already here for me, but I was getting all my troubles straightened out first, so as to not put them on him. Laughing, I said, well, he better be cute. And he said, you two will find each other irresistible, because I put you two together a long time ago up here. I thought I'd find him waiting for me when I got back to Earth. As it happened, just 7 months ago I found him. Anyway, I then said goodbye And after all that he said, I had much to do down there, pointing to earth. I said, "What can I do for you? You've given me so much." He said, "Lots. I can't put my finger on it, but when I complete something I was to do, I would know that that was one of them." He mainly said, "Tell people all of this in those words. Just tell them. Most will listen, and some believe, but that's not important. When they need to remember, it will help them. I will remember saying when it's my time, I will be able to come back here." And laughing, they all said, "Of course." And then I said, "Okay," and whooshed down for a lack of better words. I was now back over the gurney watching the doctors work on me. I saw everything, heard everything, and whooshed back into the body, looking back to heaven, but I couldn't see them anymore. Then I opened my eyes and told the doctor I'd be fine now. I told God I wanted to come back, and he said it wasn't my time. They all froze. He then said I was being intubated for my lungs and that he works on earthly things. I took his hand and said, "Doc, we all heard you up there swearing your head off trying to revive me. You embarrassed me talking like that. And I promise you I'm not going to leave again. I have work to do yet." They intubated me and gave me something to ease the pain as the tube went in. A few minutes later I came to and motioned for pen and paper. I then started telling people the place where I had been. People came from all over the hospital to read what I had written. I didn't know then that not everyone would want to hear it. The nurse sent a priest to help me deal with being on this plane again, as they called it. I told everyone I could for many years. I still tell people. I almost always have to and need to. Also, I got a divorce and never looked back. It was as if I couldn't even see why I was frightened over it all. My life is so different since it all happened. I'm awfully sensitive to all drugs and can't even have a glass of wine. I'm super sensitive to a lot of things. Emotions are everything to me. I actually feel people rather than guess as to their character. I can tell a bad person just by seeing them, or over the phone or in a store. I don't hear voices, but I do feel guidance from the angels sent back with me. I know they are there. There's just so much to say about my new life now since coming back. It would take days just writing it all. Suffice to say, there is a heaven. There is a place of learning for where we are to spend eternity. We are to bring as many people back as possible. And the kindness or evil we do each other causes people's lives to be forever changed. We affect possible generations to come. Even a harsh word could cause a person on the edge to turn away from God. So live it right, folks, and just give love and understanding if you can't do anything else. I'm no God or angel, just someone who knows for a fact there is another place. And what you do here, you take with you, good or bad. It's all about who you helped get through, over, around, and eventually back home. Well, that is our experience for today. Thank you for joining us again. And if you haven't done so yet, we would love to have you as our newest subscriber. And if I could also make a suggestion, go ahead and hit that bell icon, and that will let you know when we upload a new video, which we are doing several times per week. Until next time, God bless.